All right, she finally did it. She finally endorsed our candidate. Now, of course, I, along with many people, knew this was coming because she's a Democrat. She supported Obama, Hillary, Biden, many other Democrat candidates, all that stuff. And again, this goes back to something that I've said in many of my political videos, that I know that a lot of people are tired of celebrities being involved in politics, but I don't see why. These people have money, they have fame, they have tens of millions, some of them hundreds of millions of subscribers and followers on their social media accounts, and some of them with their YouTube channels. And they have leverage and influence that we don't have. So I say let them. That helps us. Now, again, I know that there's Republican celebrities out there. Don't get me wrong. I know there's Amber Rose and Hulk Hogan and a few others that were at the Republican convention. I don't know who all was there. Obviously, I didn't watch it. But it was Taylor Swift, it was Miley Cyrus, it was Dwayne Johnson, it was Oprah Winfrey, Kevin Bacon, Kira Sedgwick, a number of others that were promoting Get Out the Vote in 2018, 2020, and 2022. So now, before I go into this article, let me just say this. Let me rehash something that I talked about in another video. Tucker Carlson, who's a conservative media figure, used to work at Fox News. He said Taylor Swift is a fake entertainer. To which I asked, what the hell does that even mean? What is a fake entertainer? Somebody who pretends to entertain? Well, for somebody who pretends to entertain, she must be the best person at that, because I've never known anybody who pretends to entertain and they have a net worth of over $1.3 billion and they have over 283 million followers on Instagram, over 95 million followers on Twitter, over 80 million followers on Facebook, almost 33 million followers on TikTok, and almost 60 million subscribers on YouTube. That's Taylor Swift. So, and people say, well, how is she this rich? How is she this famous? How is Britney Spears rich and famous? How are Jay-Z and Beyonce rich and famous? How are Snoop Dogg and all these, how are they rich and famous? How's Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, Kevin Hart, Stallone, Schwarzenegger, Brad Pitt? How are these people famous? Will Smith. Oh, that's right, because they are actual entertainers. They act, they sing, they rap, they do comedy, all this other stuff. Taylor Swift is a singer. Now, I don't follow her music. I wouldn't pay to go to her concert, so I don't call myself one of those Swifties. But I love what she does politically, so I guess that makes me a political Swiftie to a degree. I did give her a follow and a subscription, Instagram, YouTube, all that stuff. So the more Republicans hate her, the more I like her. Like, that's just how I do it. So, and again, there was an article that came out right before the debate, and it said, and I don't even remember which source said it, because I thought this was probably the dumbest question to be asked. Who should Taylor Swift endorse between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump? Wow, that's a tough one. Gee, I wonder who she's going to support. I don't know. I'm going to have to flip a coin on that one. That's a tough one, because like I said, if that question is to be asked, that means whoever wrote that article, whoever published that, had to have been somebody who's either a right-leaning independent or straight-up Republican, because they haven't been paying attention. As I said earlier, she supported Obama. She supported Hillary. She supported Biden. So who do you think she's going to support? Now, granted, to be fair, I know that that's not always a given automatic, because I know people change their political affiliations or voting records time to time. I mean, a lot of people who voted for Trump in 2016 were the same people who voted for Obama twice. Some of the same people who voted for Bush. Some of the same people who voted for Bill Clinton. I get that. But we knew that she was going to back Kamala because she's been, outspoken critic of Trump and many Republicans. And Republicans can't stand it when she, has a microphone to her face and she's up on stage, because they know that tons of young people are going to register to vote. And most likely, most of them are going to vote Democrat because she's a Democrat. That's kind of how that works. So right here, according to Politico, and I know that there's 100 different articles that are basically saying the same thing. Pop megastar Taylor Swift says she's supporting Kamala Harris for president this fall following Tuesday night's debate with Trump. She wrote in her Instagram post, "I will be casting my vote for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz in the 2024 presidential election. I think she is a steady-handed, gifted leader, and I believe we can accomplish so much more in this country if we're led by calm and not chaos." The singer made her post alongside an image of her holding her cat, Benjamin Button, and signed her post, "Childless Cat Lady." That's an apparent reference to J.D. Vance's comments about the country being led by a bunch of childless cat ladies. Taylor Swift has 3 cats who are all named after movie or TV characters: Benjamin Button, Olivia Benson, and Meredith Grey. So, and I'm not going to lie to you, I've heard, and by the way, this might be embarrassing for me to admit, but I'm just being honest. I've heard the name Benjamin Button, but I've never looked it up. I don't even know who that is. The Olivia Benson, that's obviously my favorite one because that's Mariska Hargitay's character on SVU. And this one I only know because my mom and some other people I know watch it or used to watch it. Meredith Grey, that's, what's her name's character of Grey's Anatomy. That was, I think that's Ellen Pompeo. But like I said, out of that group, Olivia Benson is my favorite one, obviously, because that's the one I watch. Taylor Swift, arguably the largest celebrity on the planet, said it's much easier to vote early and that she would share information on how to register and vote early on her accounts. She boasts an astounding social media reach with over 283 million Instagram followers, and her post received more than 2.4 million likes within the first 30 minutes of it going up. 30 minutes. And this was posted, so by now it's gotten who knows how many. It's not the first time that Taylor Swift has waded into electoral politics. She endorsed Joe Biden's 2020 campaign and supported the Democratic challenger to Marsha Blackburn's successful 2018 Senate bid. Marsha Blackburn is a Republican senator in Tennessee, and so they're saying Taylor Swift endorsed the Democrat candidate who ran against her. I can't even remember the name of the Democrat who ran against her. I'd have to go back and check on that, see if she's running again, see if she can run for that seat. He or she could run for that seat again. Tim Walz hailed the endorsement in an interview on MSNBC following the debate. She said, "I'm grateful to Taylor Swift, and I say that as a cat owner. This will be the opportunity for Swifties. Get on over and give us a hand and get things going." Okay, and the rest of this is talking about her music and all this stuff and blah, blah, blah. Like I said, I don't follow her music much. I don't care for that. I mean, she had some good stuff, but like I said, I like her much more politically. That's where I'm the political Swiftie. So, okay, so the rest of that is about her music, and that's about that. So, I'm grateful for this endorsement, and I know this will never happen. Well, at least not now. Maybe if I get big, once eventually I get big on YouTube, Instagram, whatever. I wish I can get her on the live feed and just ask her, what are you saying to these young people? How do you have the power to do a concert, and now you have literally over 100,000 young people between the ages of 18 and 29 that are just registering to vote? And it's like, what are you saying? I wish I knew what she was saying. And by the way, she needs to get to Ohio. She needs to do concerts in Ohio. Because I've been telling all Democrats, do rallies in Ohio. Right now, we're losing in Ohio. That's a state that we need. That's part of my 10-state strategy. Ohio, along with Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Florida, Arizona, Nevada, Georgia, and Texas. So she's going to have to go to some of those states. Come on, Taylor, help us out. We need it. We need help. Come on. We'll gladly reward you for it. But so that's that. So Taylor Swift endorses Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. I'm grateful for that. So let's go on and let's win this thing in November. Like and subscribe.